a detention center in McAllen, Texas, for undocumented minors. Todd Heisler, The New York Times. A federal judge on Wednesday ordered top United States government officials to allow a pregnant 17-year-old immigrant to get an abortion, the first ruling in a case that could eventually grow to include hundreds of other undocumented minors who seek access to an abortion while in federal custody. In issuing a temporary restraining order on Wednesday, the United States District Court Judge Tanya S. Chutkan said the minor, who is in federal custody and is referred to in court documents as Jane Doe, was legally entitled to an abortion and would suffer increased health risks if not given transportation to an abortion facility and access to the procedure. Late Wednesday, the federal government filed a motion asking the United States Court of Appeals to block the judge's ruling pending an appeal. According to a transcript of Wednesday's court hearing, a lawyer for the federal government argued that because the minor had chosen to remain in the United States, she could pursue relief through voluntary departure from the country or choose not to get an abortion. "I am astounded by that position," Judge Chutkan said. "I have to tell you, I'm astounded that the government is going to make this 17-year-old girl who has received judicial authorization for a medical procedure to which she is constitutionally authorized choose between a pregnancy that she does not want to go forward with to term or returning to the country from which she left." The American Civil Liberties Union, which asked for the order, has accused federal officials in court documents of leveraging policies they revised in March that have allowed them to block the minor's access to an abortion by not letting her leave a Texas shelter. ACLU lawyers say the minor immigrated to United States without her parents and then was apprehended. United States courts at last, our client will be able to get the care she needs without federal officials standing in the way, Bridget Emery, a senior staff attorney for the ACLU, said in a statement. "Her courage and perseverance are incredible, but no one should have to go to court to get a safe, legal abortion. And no one should be held hostage to the extreme anti-abortion views of a handful of government officials," federal officials have argued in court documents that the government had not imposed an undue burden on the 17-year-old, but instead exercised a legitimate choice to refuse to facilitate an abortion. They say the young woman could request a voluntary departure from the United States, but has not done so. Their supporters have also argued that immigrants who have immigrated illegally with no ties to the country do not have a constitutional right to abortion on demand. In a brief filed in support of the federal officials, 8 states, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, Ohio, Oklahoma and South Carolina, worry that if the court allowed Jane Doe to have an abortion, there will be no meaningful limit on the constitutional rights an unlawfully present alien can invoke simply by trying to enter this country. In a statement, the Administration for Children and Families at the United States Department of Health and Human Services called the court's decision a troubling ruling that exceeds the U.S. Constitution and sets a dangerous precedent by opening our borders to any illegal children seeking taxpayer-supported, elective abortions. "We are disheartened the ruling rewards ideologically motivated lawsuits filed in multiple courts by the ACLU and abortion advocates," the statement said. In a telephone interview, Ms. Emery said Wednesday's decision applied only to Jane Doe. However, she said that the ACLU had filed a motion asking the judge to allow the case to proceed as a class-action lawsuit seeking to prevent the federal government from interfering with access to abortion for people like Jane Doe. She estimated that there might be up to 1,000 unaccompanied, pregnant minors who have immigrated to the United States in federal custody at any given time. "The court has yet to rule on that motion," she said. "Pregnant adult women who are caught crossing the border and who seek an abortion are detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which has a policy of allowing access," Ms. Emery said. A version of this article appears in print on October 19, 2017, on page A17 of the New York edition with the headline "Immigrant, 17, can get an abortion, judge rules."